Eon is making waves in the cloud backup market, reaching a $1.4 billion valuation in less than a year. The company focuses on helping businesses optimize data management and reduce costs. Joining us now to talk more about it is the company's CEO, Ophir Ehrlich, to discuss their approach and the future of cloud backups on this episode of Taking Stock.
So Eon is an enterprise cloud infrastructure backup company. We take advantage of the fact that we're doing this for the last 2 decades or so, and we sold our previous business to AWS, where in the previous business we built enterprise scale backup and disaster recovery for very large enterprises. At the time, they were all on premises. When we were at AWS, they all moved to the cloud, and we saw a very significant gap in that area. So we decided to build something that would fulfill this gap for enterprises and provide a comprehensive solution, which gives full enterprise cloud backup, which takes the entire infrastructure, maps, classify, and indexes all of the data, understands which type of data is in the cloud for those companies, and is able to apply business logic, which is relevant for the business, for compliance purposes, and to make sure you only back up exactly what you need at a much lower cost than what you used to be.
And Eon has achieved significant growth in just the past year, as I said, reaching that $1.4 billion valuation mark. What would you say sets Eon apart from other competition that's currently on the market, and how is it contributing to your growth?
I've been following up on all the incumbents in the space for a very long time. I'm a very huge admirer of most of them. The issue is that all of those incumbents were born on premises. And at the time, it made sense because no companies have been on premises, have been in the cloud at that time. Over the course of the last few years, many large enterprises moved to the cloud, and their paradigms shifted completely. For example, let's say that you open to increase your email quota a few years back when you were on premises. What have you done? You would have opened a ticket to IT, someone would read this ticket, allocate more storage for you, and there you go, it's curated. In the cloud, it doesn't work this way. Every person in the organization can create, remove, and modify resources as much as they want, and you have no control. Eon understands this paradigm in a very profound way due to our knowledge and experience in the cloud. And we're looking at the cloud from top down, understand your entire application, and are able to give a comprehensive solution, both for making sure that your backups are very useful, are very effective, and that are very useful.
And I do want to ask you, because enterprises spend roughly 10 to 30% of their cloud budgets on backups, right? How does Eon's approach optimize these costs while also bridging the gap that we're currently seeing on the market?
So what we're doing is novel, is that we're building our own purposely built storage tier, purposely built just for backup. We're still keeping your data in the cloud or in a different cloud if you want, but in the customer's account. But we are allowing them to both save costs because this storage is extremely efficient, and allowing our technology to look into the data and then classify that, map, index, and in general, make this data useful for various usages, whether it's business intelligence, analytics, AI applications, or any other data applications that organization needs. So it's not just backups, it's actually a secondary data platform for the entire organization to use.
And with a leadership team from Cloud Endura as well as AWS, how has your experience personally shaped the business strategy of Eon?
Something very interesting is that we sold our previous business to AWS on January of 2019. It was a pivotal point in time when enterprises really moved to the cloud. And we had a front row seat of actually watching those enterprises really make that transition to the cloud and encounter all those challenges they already solved before on premises. All of those challenges rise again in the cloud. So a few years back, it was cybersecurity, then application performance monitoring. Now, backup is very significant. And as you said, it's between 10 and 30% of cloud spend. So that's a very big part of your budget that is usually going to waste. It's like tapes that you can't do anything with. Very inefficient, very expensive, and companies are feeling that they're burning money when they're using it.
Now, after securing $200 million in funding from top-tier investors, what's next for Eon and expansion plans?
Well, we're seeing a variety of expansion plans for Eon, either going through the cybersecurity aspect like ransomware protection and remediation. And on the other hand, various use cases that you can have with your data, because all of a sudden, all of the data of the organization is instantly available. You can use the same tools that you use today for data, whether it's AI or business intelligence on analytics or any other type of activities that you used to do on your data directly on your backups. This creates a variety of new use cases that every day I'm hearing new use case from a different customer.
And talk to me about your key priorities for 2025.
So our main priorities right now, after we've seen that we've built a product and solution that really works at scale, is to further increasing the number of customers that we have, increasing our position inside those customers and making sure that they're all very, very happy with that. In addition, we want to make sure that we're making the customer delighted so that they can not only take advantage of the backup, but use all of their data in a very efficient manner.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Ophir. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you very, very much. It's been a real pleasure.